So y'all already know what time it is. It's been water week all week. Probably look crazy. I'm doing a mirror check before this, but can't be postponed. Must be done. So there we go. And all right, so really quick, we're just gonna jump right into this. I have 5 different kinds of water in front of me, and I'm about to just show us. I don't know about you guys, but when I thought about testing the water, what's in the water, the first thought was, well, how much stuff should be in our water? Like, what would I expect, right? My first thought was like just H2O, but then, read about water, preserving the water and water treatment, and I was like, what, chlorine and fluoride and stuff. So then I was like, all right, maybe 5 things, right? But this is a TDS meter, total dissolved solids. And what it does is it can test water for contaminants. It's very cheap. I spoke about it previously on I think I need a glass of water. But hold on one second. I have to do some talking. All right. So I'm gonna grab some of my preferred water really quick. And I don't know what is going on. I should have put this on. Can I put this on? No. Sorry about that. Should have put this on DND or something beforehand. But people didn't know I'm on a live. They call it. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, anyway, let's run through this. So we have the TDS meter. It shows us what's in water. Okay, long story short. I thought there'd be like nothing in the water, but then I realized there's gonna be something in the water because they have to treat the water. So here I have alkaline water, straight from a Kangen machine, Kangen water. Poland Spring, regular Poland Spring, right? See the label. Essentia, distilled water. That's distilled Poland Spring, and which could all be, I was like, is that a lie? Is this actually distilled? And then of course I'm gonna pour a cup of good old cook your food, bathe, wash your, do everything in tap water, right? So I don't know about you guys, but this is gonna register the unit of measurement for the total dissolved solid meter. And this is a very cheap device. You can get your own online, Amazon, not Amazon, please, not Amazon. But you can get one online really cheap. And it's gonna register in parts per million. That's the unit of measure. And you'll see that as we get into like other topics, just about contamination and amounts and whatnot, that parts per million is a common unit of measure for when it comes to liquids. Now, let's just get right to it. I'm gonna start it off with the one I actually wanted to see the most, which is the Kangen water. I was really excited when I first started drinking this. My grandmother's been drinking this gallon that I got for the test, and I really want to know what it registers at. Oh, it's not on. Speed. I'm gonna have to do this test really fast, not just because of time constraint, but because my phone is dying at lightning speed. So you can see right now, I just turned the TDS meter on. It's reading at zeros, okay? Now we're gonna drop it in. Damn, 44 parts per million. Crazy. 44 parts per million. Okay, so that means that there's, besides H2O, there's 44 different things inside that water. Now we're gonna rip open this Poland Spring really quick. Pour a little in there. Enough to submerge. And then at 0 as soon as we came out the water. And then it goes in 47, 40. Let's try that again to make sure. You got a change in count there. Almost the same as alkaline Kangen water. That's really strange. Would not have expected those two to register at the same, Kangen water and Poland spring water. Now, let's set this down for 1 sec. We're gonna do the Essentia. Now, unfortunately, this test obviously doesn't tell us what the contaminants are in the water that we're measuring, but that test is coming. 59, 58 parts per million. What is in these waters that's not on the label, man? That's what I want to know. Now, a long time, people have been asking me, why do I drink distilled water, which is the last one we're about to test. Actually, no, we didn't do tap yet. Before this dies, I'm just going to make sure and get it in. All right, because y'all have to know that it's because it's the only one that's just water. So that's it. When you distill it, you take it out. You take out everything. Yeah, I know. That was. Yeah, I see that. I just saw that cry face. You take out everything from the water, and the one contaminant is because of the plastic container that it's in. Okay, so that is why I drink distilled water. Why, people that work with me at my last job, they know I used to carry that around, and I had that conversation quite often there. But and now for the last one. That is tap water. That's what tap water registers at, 41 parts per million. You know what? State to state, I've read that you register as high as 200 plus parts per million. So I'm going to be honest, New York, this is not bad, I guess, for tap water. Especially considering, is that the lowest? I think that's the second lowest. Oh, it came out at 44 the second time. So that's why you got to hit it second time. Blessings indeed, brother. These readouts, the next test is going to be an electrolysis device, which will separate the contaminants. I think I said the name properly. If it might be something else I'm mixing it up with, but I'm going to check on that. So there you have it. Alkaline water registered at 44 parts per million. The original readout on Poland Spring was 48 parts per million. Essentia, funny enough, let me read this label because it registered the highest out of every water I just tested, so I have to know what else is in here. Okay, so it's purified water by reverse osmosis. That's all right, but then what do you do to it? I mean, because that sounds great, right? Sodium bicarbonate, dipotassium phosphate, magnesium sulfate, and calcium chloride, plus electrolytes for taste. So it says on the bottles BPA, fluoride, and chlorine free, which is just, why this is just like food for thought. This isn't really anything conclusive besides the fact that we know there's really nothing in distilled water, which is what I wanted to let everybody know. That's why I drink it. It's been said to have bleached minerals from the body, but I've read from, I don't know if it was quite a Sabi quote. He said some things related to distilled water that left me a little conflicted on it. I'm gonna be honest. And then I did further research. It's technically the only thing that he hasn't on air endorsed that I probably run with really hard at this point. And it's just because it's nothing in there. Guys, there's nothing in there. If you want to ionize your water, if you want to make it alkaline, you can add key lime to your water, Yes, stored in glass. Exactly. That's why the ultimate goal. So what's the answer? If you want to get 0 contaminants in your water, you want to get yourself a distiller, you can get one on the relatively low end for $150, if I'm not mistaken. H2olabs.com. Also, why this is important and why this test, we really have to dig further. Please watch the videos on my page that I shared this week about water. I put some stuff in my story today a news article. Really, really important to watch. It's an old link. I reshared it. Thanks to everybody who's joining to watch this. We just did a quick water test. I do have another test coming in the future here, so I want you guys to know, the people that I'm working with and the people that I'm supporting online, they're really sharing valuable information. This is an RF emitter. We're going to be doing some radio frequency wave tests and whatnot, checking some 5G towers around in the area. We have some other stuff coming up, so please, turn on post notifications for my lives. If I go live, it's going to be to talk about something that I feel has like a really strong gravity to it 90% of the time, all right? But yeah, grab yourself a TDS meter and grab yourself a water distiller. You can get one that can do pretty large amounts of water for a pretty, low investment, all right? Grand Rising, if y'all have any questions about this video, please DM me. Don't be shy. Or comment on the water post that I put up on the page, because this is about a discussion. Like I said, I didn't share a ton of conclusive information, just some extra facts that people may or may not have known. The pipes in the water system has never been clean, that we get everything through. And when we heat that stuff in the shower, in our food, even down to your coffee and tea, boiling for your rice and pasta, you activate these ingredients. You make other changes occur in them. So really do your own research, please. This is just the beginning. Grand Rising.